Hello, I'm Damian, editor of Estates Gazette, and I'm here with London Mayor Boris Johnson. Boris, welcome.
Damian, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Why are you here?
I'm here to get the message across to the world's great developers. London is open for business. It's not just the Olympics, which are going to deliver a fantastic shot in the arm for East London, as everybody knows. There are amazing things going on around London, and you know, just the Paris guys have just taken me in to see an incredible project by Norman Foster to build two colossal towers. Well, I can tell you, the Shard of Glass, which is already going up, is going to be even bigger. And you know, I'm thinking of moving into it just with a view of France. And then you've got VNEB, you've got Vauxhall 9 Elms Battersea, you've got Brent Cross, you've got Croydon, you've got around London, you've got incredible opportunities for sensitive, beautiful, brilliant developments. And with the pound where it is at the moment, there's never been a better time to invest in bricks and mortar in London.
Okay, so London's very much open to business. We've been through a pretty dire recession. There's talk of regulation and tax rises strangling the capital. Are they a problem?
Look, I'm very much opposed to any kind of regulation or fiscal environment that makes London less competitive than anywhere else. And I think it's absolutely crazy. For instance, here we are in the middle of the Paris stand, that you know, we're now going to go into a situation after the budget when the top rate of tax in London will be higher, not just than America and Switzerland and Australia and China, but higher than Germany and France as well. And you know, how can we really hope to muddle on and be competitive in the long term if we set ourselves those kinds of barriers? So yes, I am apprehensive about some of the mistakes that I think we're at risk of making. I think if you look at some of the regulations on hedge funds, and one that's coming out, for instance, from Brussels at the moment, I think that, you know, we need regulation, but we need sensible regulation. I think that certainly needs to be tweaked so as not to be anti-protectionist in the way that it is. So there's a battle to be fought on the tax and regulatory front, but London is working with fantastic natural advantages, and our job is to build on them.
Okay, you talked about some of the developments that are underway. Many say more are needed. Are you doing all you can to make that happen?
I think the most important thing is to provide clarity and support and certainty. And you know, I've been absolutely clear that I think there are great projects around town that need support and encouragement. And for instance, if you look at Vauxhall 9 Elms Battersea, you've got the opportunity to unlock this scandal, decades-old scandal of our failure as a society to deal with this amazing power station. What we need to do, I think, is to go towards tax increment financing for the creation of 2 new tube stations, which would unlock that whole thing. And I'm absolutely clear that it's our job to champion that and to try and, as far as possible, whilst respecting the rights of local communities to protect themselves against ugly buildings and all the rest of it, to give developers the certainty and clarity that they need.
Okay, and we're just weeks, possibly a couple of months away from a general election. There may well be a change of government.
There will be a change.
Your party has published a number of green papers changing policy. Perhaps the most controversial has been the planning one, the allowance for third party appeals. Some within the tent, as it were, have spoken out against that. What's your position?
Well, look, I don't want to go into the details of the planning green paper, because you know, the honest reality, I'm afraid, Damian, and I haven't studied in the detail that it probably merits. But what I would say is, I think that our job has got to be to provide speed and clarity and certainty. And I think most people would say that the planning process in London is already difficult enough, and any additions or modifications that make it more difficult for people to get planning approvals, I think, is probably to be deprecated. How about that? Is that an answer that will do for you?
That's great. Thank you very much.